Hey there everybody and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses, the intro section, where I'm still playing as all the three houses still. Generic.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching.
Thanks for joining me. Let's just get into it.
Correct? To start, please speak with the three house leaders.
Okay.
You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home.
I will do that.
That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it.
I am pretty sure I don't
Once
have
you
a choice,
finished,
Rhea.
Come and speak with me.
Yeah,
May
a few
I
quests.
ask a favor of you?
Yeah, we gotta speak to everyone, yada yada. We'll get an Iron Sword Vulnerary and 500 gold. Except the quests. Yada yada quests. They have things.
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here.
Do you think so?
Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits.
What a nerd, running
Can't
away.
entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
So
You
very
saved
true.
The lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable.
Thanks, Sedith.
Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet
I
everyone.
will greet all of them because this is the intro episode that I'm using for all the houses. So I have no choice but to go talk to everyone, get it out of the way in this one episode. Yeah, minimap, cool. Video games.
What do you think?
Look at these nerds. So this is what we got. These two places. Actually, they... How dare they? I'm going back up to the second floor. There's people up here I want to talk to. Alright, back to the second floor again. Oh, they won't even let us go see Lady Rhea until we finish. Alright, let's talk to Cyril first.
I'm real busy, so could you please move along now? Thanks. Okay, now,
Uh-huh.
what else did Lady Rhea need doing today?
Thanks, kiddo. What a nice lad. Oh, hey, Dad.
Here I am again, the office of the Captain of the Knights.
Yep, here you are.
That said, I'm merely here to assist. Apparently, the current captain is getting on in years.
But shouldn't they be
I
younger
hear
than
the
you, Dad?
captain has a hard time keeping up with the responsibilities of the job. That's where I come in.
Look at that shield. And then here is Sethith's office. And then we go this way. Hey, Professor Hanema.
This is my research laboratory.
Laboratory.
I've worked hard to furnish it with the rare materials and purpose-built equipment required for my work.
I see. What do you got here? Ah, a crest analyzer. Neat. I'm gonna walk away now. Hey, it's Manuela.
Oh, Professor! Dropping by so soon? I expected we'd take some time, exchange a few smiles as we passed in the hall, flirt a bit, you know. Well, you're here now, and I do like a man who knows what he wants. Lock the door.
What?
Huh. That welcome didn't faze you at all, did it? What's the matter? Don't you like me? Or are you just so innocent you don't understand me?
Maybe I just don't care. I'm a stone cold killer.
Yeah.
Shut up, lady. So sprint button. I think I can't even get into these. Yeah, I can't get into these rooms down here, so it doesn't really matter. But then we sprint this way, spin. Whee! It's like a spin dash tech. Oh, hey. You aren't gonna let me in the library right now, are you?
Welcome to the library. Here you may find literature from the far reaches.
The far reaches.
I am Tomas, the librarian.
Hi, Tomas, the librarian.
If you have need of me, do not hesitate to ask. I have worked here for... I have lost track of the decades, it seems.
He's been here for a hot minute. That's basically all you need to know. Alright, so the second floor has now been taken care of. It was very important to me that I... get out of my way, that I got that knocked out.
Let's see.
So we head on down. So yeah, can't go in there, that's locked. Can't go through there, that's locked. A lot of stuff's locked here at the first little bit. And it then opens with the... Yeah, the entrance hall.
So,
Reception hall. Yeah, we'll go down here. Look at that. It's a nice little reception hall we got here. Yada yada. Yeah, there's Edelgard. I do like that you can kind of see which houses some of these people are in because of their coloration. Some of them you can't tell, but some of them you can.
Yes.
I think that's pretty cool.
Hi.
A lot of kingdom people in here, if my...
That's so.
More importantly, meow. Look at that cat. That's adorable. Alright, let's talk to Edelgard.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity.
Well,
I was hoping you would lend your strength to the
I
Empire.
can't lend my strength to the
I
Empire.
never
I'm too
properly
busy.
introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresfeld.
Hresfeld.
I am the
That's
princess
a
and heir apparent
fucking
of the Adrestian
name.
Empire.
Hresfeld.
I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles.
I do wonder.
I hope you've had a chance to meet
I haven't met
everyone.
any of them yet.
Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Yeah, let's go down the line. So we start off with Edelgard.
Well, some think I'm a bit distant, arrogant even, but there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor.
I see.
What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Oh, do we? Okay, so let's look at Edelgard. She's a level 1 noble. She's got a crest up there of some type. I think she's got the crest of Saros. I think we can actually... No, we can't look. Whatever, we'll look later. Let's see. Decent enough HP, movement only at 4. Let's go down to her stats. So, as you can see right off the bat, Edelgard's whole deal is that she's got a ton of strength. She hits like a fucking freight train. Her magic, not near as good. Her dex isn't particularly fantastic. Speed's pretty good. Not good luck. Defense is only resistance is really low, and her charm's really high. So right now, she's just really good at leading battalions and hitting stuff, really. And she's moderately fast. Her ability is Imperial Lineage, which just gives her 1.2%, 1.2 times the experience gained. And she's good with swords, axes, authority, and the heavy armor, but she's bad in bows and the faith magic. And bring up Hubert.
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
I love Hubert. He's pretty great. As you can see from stats over there, he's just a straight up magic user. That's about it. It's all the same with him. His ability is Officer Duty, which means that he does good damage with gambits. Gambits being the attacks you use with your battalions. And in this game, he's real good with bows, with reason magic, and with authority. But he's terrible in axes, faith magic, and flying. Ah, Ferdinand.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly
I
irritating.
see.
His house is that of Duke Ire, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is perhaps too pleased with its own status.
Harsh. So yeah, Ferdy's got a crest of some sort. As you can see from his stats, he's actually pretty well balanced in everything. I think to his early detriment. I don't think he really stands out too much until he starts specializing in his classes. His special ability is confidence, so he gets way better if he's at full HP. And as you can see, he has strength in all 3 of the main melee weapons of swords, lances, and axes, as well as cavalry. So he would be an excellent mounted unit. But he's got no weaknesses. Good for him. Linhardt.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well...
Nothing wrong with napping.
If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the
Well,
Empire.
too bad. As you can see from Linhardt's stats, well, A, he has a crest, and B, he's got magic. That's his whole deal. He's a mage user. You go over to his ability, he's got catnap. So if you don't attack or use any special abilities, he recovers 10% of his HP. at the end of the turn, which is pretty good. His strengths are both of the magic types, Reason and Faith, but he's really bad at axes and brawling, which is one of the new melee styles in this game. Caspar.
He's the second son of Count Burgles. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
Caspar's pretty great. He's kind of shrimpy but loves fighting. As you can see, he has no crest. And his best 2 stats are strength and luck. His ability over there is Born Fighter, so anyone who's right next to him gets -10 to their avoid during combat. His strengths are axes and brawling, but he's really bad at bows, at reason magic, and at authority. So basically, he's just a character that jumps in there and hits people real hard with his punchy fists and his axey axes. Pretty cool. Yeah, Bernie.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
Bernie is one of Bernadetta. Bernie is one of my favorite characters in this game. I mean, because she's ridiculous. She's hilarious, but in my playthrough of the Black Eagles that you saw that I had like 20 hours put into, she was my best character. She was amazing. As you can see, she has a crest. And from her stats, she actually is doing pretty okay in strength, dex, and speed, as you can see. Over in her abilities, she's got Persecution Complex. So gains attack +5 when not at full health. So if she takes at least 1 damage, she just does an additional 5 damage per attack, which is ridiculous. Her strengths are lances and bows, and then she's weak at swords, axes, brawling, and heavy armor. Bernie's actually a really good mounted unit, but she's also a really good archer. So I like to make her a mounted archer so she can speed around the battlefield just sniping people. Really fun. Okay, Dorothea's next.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea
Yeah, she's the only person on the Black Eagles
from a famous opera company in the
isn't a
Empire.
noble.
I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
So as you can see from her stats, she's magic and charm. That's it, no crest. Her ability is Songstress, so anyone who's standing next to her in battle gets 10% of their HP healed, which is pretty cool. I do have a special class in mind for her, but that's for later. In any playthrough that I get her. Her strengths are sword and reason magic. Her weaknesses are faith magic, and then both forms of riding, whether that be on mounted cavalry or flying units. So she's, pretty cool, I guess. I don't hate her. She's got a cool, JoJo hat. And last but not least...
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
So yeah, Brigid is a nation that is below the Empire that had a rebellion or something. Not a rebellion, but they attacked the Empire a few years back, 4 years ago or whatever, and the Empire crushed them, and Petra was kind of taken as a... sort of as a hostage, a political hostage, just to maintain peace for them, but she's actually just now allowed to be over here, and she's learning stuff. As you can see, she has no crest, and she's technically the commoner class, but she is of royalty, just from a different country, so it doesn't count. Her strength is pretty okay, her speed is amazing, that's what she's good at. She's a fast attack-a-bunch character. Her ability is Hunter's Boon, so when someone is down to 50% of their health, her crit goes way up, so she can do some murder time. Let's see. Her strengths are the swords, the axes, the bows, and flying. And she's bad with both magic types. And that's it. That's who you get if you pick the Black Eagles. Oh, the gatekeeper. We have to talk to him.
Greetings. You must be the new professor.
Yeah, hey, bud.
Pleasure. As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks
I know
smile,
Gatekeeper.
And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. as of now,
I love the Gatekeeper. He's the best. He has already been memed too as a character.
Sorry, I am the. I wonder if
Okay.
you'll. I hope you've had a
I
chance to
haven't.
meet everyone.
Whatever. Okay, I talked to her.
Yes.
Next. So, yeah, the entrance is blocked, yada yada.
What do you think? The Golden Deer House is for students of the Master Alliance. Our house leader is heir to the Alliance's leadership, House Regan. We have plenty of other prominent nobles
Sweet.
as well.
You recruiting me? It seems like he's trying to recruit me. Ooh, don't look at them JPEG clouds. Don't look at them. Don't look at that skybox. There we go. Open that door for me so I can see all of the students. Let's start with Lorenz.
Ah, you must be the renowned mercenary who rescued Claude. Honestly, you should not have troubled yourself over the likes of him. My name is Lawrence Hellman Gloucester.
I love Lorenz. He's the best. I love you, haircut. Oh. Yep.
So you're the skilled
Lacithia.
mercenary who saved
That's
Claude,
me.
are you?
Hey, Ignatz.
It's such an
Another
honor to meet
fun
you.
haircut.
Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
And I am Lysithia von
That's a good name.
Ordelia. Please do not forget it.
Okay, thanks, guys. And we'll go over here and talk to Hilda and Marianne.
Are you that mercenary? Everyone's been talking
Uh-huh.
about you. I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is... Marianne.
Hi, Marianne. You look tired.
Are you joining the Knights of Saros or something? Well, I look forward to seeing more
Yeah,
of you.
or something. Or something. As you can see, people have their little... You know, they got their little word bubbles there to talk. I think that's super fun. Oh, and we go over here to talk to... Yeah.
Are you someone's guest? The dining hall's that way, if
Thanks,
that's
Raph.
what you're looking for.
No, Raphael. That's Captain Gerald's kid. Hi, I'm Leonie Pinelli.
So Leonie
Captain
apparently met
Gerald's
my
first
dad a
and
while
greatest
ago,
apprentice.
and
Are you
she's
sure he's
obsessed
told
with
you
him.
about me?
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten.
I'm a
Who
dude.
are you again?
Thanks, guys. That was fun.
What do you think?
So let's just talk to...
Well, scored a teaching
Yes, I
duty
did.
here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce
Uh-huh.
myself properly. I'm Claude
Claude.
von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much.
Oh, I
about
worry
all
about
that,
it.
Miss. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll
I
be
haven't
teaching
picked.
yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Yeah, let's go through. Tell me about yourself, Claude.
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you
Hey.
as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by
Claude is a
little.
fun character. As you can see, he's got a crest. Stats are decent. Good strength. Dex and speed and charm are all fine. Everything else is yada yada. His ability is the Leicester lineage, which is all three of the main nobles get the same skill, just with a different name, and they just get 1.2 times experience. His strengths are swords, bows, authority, and flying, and his weaknesses are lances and faith magic. He is master of the bow. That's kind of his deal. Does a bow. He's the archer lord, which is fantastic because we've never really gotten an archer lord before in the series. So I like him. Next, we go down to Lorenz. Haircut.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant. and
He's the
fancies
best.
himself
I
ladies' man.
love Lorenz.
That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever
He's
again.
pretty great. As you can see, he's got a crest up there. Let me look at his stats. Strength and magic are all... He's actually pretty good in everything. His defenses aren't the best. His luck's a little low, and his charm's really low. But, you can work on those. His ability is Distinguished House, so units deal 2 extra damage if he has a battalion with him. And he's good at lances, cavalry, and reason magic, and he's really bad at brawling. I actually really, really, really like Lorenz. Because of his personality and haircut. For whatever reason, I just really like him. I think he's dumb, stupid, and I love him. But B, in my playthrough, I had him as a cavalier, and my Lorenz ended up getting really beefy and like a ton of defense, and he was just a mobile tank. with tons of move and tons of defense, and I'm hopefully we'll get that again. But forget that. Here's Raph.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents
Whoops.
died in an accident. Seems like
Poor
he's
guy.
had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and...
Yeah, he's a
actually,
two-note
that's about
character. As you can see, no brand, because he's a commoner. He's got no crests. And yeah, his main stat is strength. He's also going to get some defense. I think that's about it for him. His ability is Goodie Basket, so he has a chance to recover 10% of his HP at the start of each turn, but the trigger percentage is his luck stat. So right now I have like a 6% chance to get 10% of my HP back. It's not a good skill. It's whatever. I don't care for it. But he's pretty good, so it doesn't really matter. His strengths are Axes, Brawling, and Heavy Armor, but he's bad at bows, Reason Magic, and Riding. Raph is meant to be a big brawler tank character. That's his deal, and that's probably the kind of roles we'll take him. Let's talk about Ignatz.
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
So this is Ignatz, the other haircut character. I'm not like crazy big into him yet, but I haven't gotten enough interaction with him to truly like him. He's just a bookworm kind of guy. As you can see from his stats, he's actually fairly well balanced, minus his charm, and his ability is Watchful Eye, which grants him plus 20 hit. Let's see, he's good at swords, bows, and authority, bad at flying. I think Ignatz is probably the perfect archer in the game. I would like to say that you quite possibly want to make him a sniper. I think that just purely stat-wise, he's one of the better picks for that. Which is cool. Yeah, Lysithea.
Lysithea is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is
She
probably
is the youngest student here.
But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place.
Yeah, most of the other students are like 17, 18 years old. Lysithea is, I think, 15. She's a bit of a prodigy. As you can see, she's got herself a crest, and her skill is magic. She's really good at magic in her stats. Her ability is Mastermind, so she doubles her skill experience in battle. So that means that, like with her strengths here, Faith, Reason, and Authority, she'll double how much she gets better at them. While she's good at those things, she's pretty much bad at all the martial stuff, as you can see. Swords, lances, axes, and heavy armor. So she's pretty much born to be a mage. Down to Marianne, who I love.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Yeah, she's like the really quiet, tired girl who doesn't talk much and has no confidence. I like her as a character, though, too. She's got a crest. The fun thing about her crest is that we're even at that point where I was in the game, like 20 hours in on my Black Eagles playthrough, her crest is still called a mystery crest, and I didn't know what it does. She's not like a super main character, she's just one of the house characters that you can even recruit to the other houses, so I don't know why she's got a mystery crest. What's so important about that? As you can see from her skills, she's a magic user, just plain and simple again. Her ability is Animal Friend. If she's chilling next to either a cavalry or flying unit, any of the mounted units, she gets pumped and gets 20% of her HP back because she loves animals. She's like that quiet horse girl all of you had in high school who just drew horses all over their Trapper Keeper. Her strengths are swords, faith magic, cavalry, and flying, and she's bad at brawling and heavy armor. She is weird in that she would make a good cavalier, but she's also pretty much built to be a healer, a cleric type character for heals. Let's go down to Hilda.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddled her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
This is Hilda. She's also got a crest. As you can see from her stats, despite looking the way she does, she hits like a fucking truck. She's a big-time axe wielder. And I was wondering why that was at first, and I learned more about her character, and, you know, I'm not going to say it's too spoilery. Her family's a big warrior family. Her brother's pretty much the greatest general in the Leicester Alliance right now. So she's just naturally a fucking tank because it's in her blood, despite how lazy she is. Her ability is Advocate, so if there's any dudes standing beside her, they do 3 extra damage. Her strengths are lances and, of course, axes, and she's bad at faith and authority because she, you know, doesn't like to take charge. Sorta. And we got Leone.
Leone enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping.
So this is Leone. She's got no crest. Her stats, as you can see, are all really good except for magic stuff. That's pretty much the one spot she's not good at. Her ability is Rivalry. If she stands next to a dude, she does 2 more damage and takes 2 less damage. And then her strengths are lances, bows, and horses. She would just make another good cavalier. She's kind of like Bernadette in that way. And also, she knows our dad, Geralt. Like, she's obsessed with him. And that's the Golden Eagles. Dimitri's up there, but we're actually not going to talk to him yet, because I want to talk to all the other students first.
This classroom belongs to the Blue Lion House. Our house
Thank
leader
you.
is Prince Dimitri. All of us here hail from the Holy
Awesome.
Kingdom of Fargus.
Persona! Sylvain!
Hey there. Are you the mercenary who saved His Highness?
I love Sylvain.
It's an honor to meet you. I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever
He is
you
one of my favorite characters in this.
Thanks.
Hi there. You must be the one everyone's talking
Hey, Ash.
about. I'm Ash. Great to meet you. This here is
And
Didu.
yep, there's
He
Didu.
serves Prince Dimitri.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words
Yeah, no
cannot
problem, man.
express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will
Sweet.
hasten to
Cool.
repay this debt.
Awesome. Let's head over here.
I have
Yeah,
heard all
Ingrid.
about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus,
Mhm.
I thank you.
He also said you're quite skilled. And he doesn't
Thank you,
just say things.
Felix.
I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
Felix, must you always
Yes.
speak of fighting right away? Oh, and, you may call me Ingrid. It is a
Yeah, you
pleasure
guys as
to
well.
make your acquaintance.
I'm probably not going to be your teacher, except maybe I will. Yeah, Mercedes.
Who's this? You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery?
And Annette.
Oh, Mercy. Do you think this is that
Hi, guys.
mercenary people have been talking about? Now that I think about it, that does sound like something
I love
Dimitri may have
Mercedes.
said. I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend.
Annette's pretty great.
It's nice to meet you.
They're good characters, good characters. Alright, so we head out. We could talk to Dimitri, but that'll finish the quest. So we're gonna
This
go
is
up
the
here.
classroom of the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Our house leader is Princess Edelgard. There are many other nobles among our
Sweet.
ranks as well.
Hey, there's an owl up there. Hello, Al. Alright, goodbye, Al. Yep, more students. Hi, Bernadette.
I don't talk to strangers.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this
Hi,
person a
Ferdinand.
great debt.
You are correct.
Is that not right?
Ayer.
Ferdinand von Ayer, legitimate son of the Ayer family. the
And he looks
Empire's
similar
foremost
to
house. Are
Sylvain.
you going to join our class? I look forward
you
to
too,
getting
man.
better acquainted with you.
And here's Dorothea.
Well, aren't you just lovely?
It actually
this
is,
your first time
Dorothea.
in the monastery?
Well, you flirting
Shall
with
I
me.
show you around?
Hmm.
Oh, my name is Dorothea. Before I joined the academy, I was a member
Yeah.
of an opera company in the Empire.
Dorothea actually hails from the same opera company that Manuela does. So that's pretty cool.
Is it true that
Yeah.
you saved Edelgard?
Thanks, Gaspar. You have cool
That's
hair.
incredible. The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, Linhardt's the best.
Goodbye. Sheesh, Linhard. How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too?
Maybe I will
we'll
be a
in the same
student.
class.
Yeah, Hubie!
A humble
I love
servant
Hubert.
of Lady Edelgard.
And Petra. There's
I
actually
am
not a lot of
pleased
characters
to
in
hear
this I
your
don't like.
words. You have my most sincere thanks.
Hey, Petra.
This is Petra.
She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the
Look at me.
Empire.
Look how much
Back
I care.
on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello.
Hi, Petra.
I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... no.
Yeah, her whole deal is that she just hasn't fully learned the language yet. I think it's handled pretty well. And then I don't think... Yeah, I could do a little bit more exploring, but... Oh, no. There is someone up here. Is it Jaritza? It is Jaritza.
What?
Shut up, Jaritza.
What do you want?
Yuritsa, sorry.
I am Yuritsa. I teach here. Weapon instruction. These are the training grounds.
What a weird, weird man. Okay, now that we're done talking to Yuritsa, let's go talk to Dimitri.
Hello. Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, but I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid.
That's a
Crown
fucking
Prince
name.
of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the academy, I am simply a student. And
Oh,
I've
that's
heard
right. You
word
know
that
that I'm
are
going to be
become a
professor. I forgot about that.
Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident
You know
I
you
could
could.
benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case,
Thanks, bud.
welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did
Yeah,
any
I'm
of the
sure a
blue
couple of
lions
them
catch your
I thought
attention?
were kind of cool. Let's talk. So, how about you, my man?
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's
we gotta
difficult to
talk
open up
here.
on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
So yeah, we got Dimitri here. He's got a crest. Of course he does. He's a fucking noble leader. Let's see. Look at his stats. Good strength. Everything else, kind of okay. Sometimes middling. His magic's not good. The rest of his stats are pretty average, besides his charm. His ability, royal lineage, like the other two main lords, 1.2 times experience. His strengths are swords, lances, and authority, where he's weak with lances and reason magic. He's your standard mounted. Well, I say standard. He's supposed to be a mounted lord, cavalier, paladin, that whole train of thought with him. Oops.
Me? Oh, I'm...
We'll go down to Dedu.
Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and
Yeah, the dude's
good-natured
pretty
young
cool.
man.
No crest on him, as you can see, but that's because he's not from Fodlan, so he doesn't have any holy blood lines to grant him a crest. As you can see from his stats, he's pretty much just strength. He's strength, a bit of speed, a bit of defense. He's supposed to be a big, heavy brawler tank. His defining ability is staunch shield, so if you move him and then just wait, you get +4 defense for the enemy's turn, making him even more of a physical tank. He's great with lances, axes, brawling, and heavy armor, and he's bad with faith and both of the riding types, both terrestrial and flying. So yeah, you're supposed to build him up as like a brick shithouse too. I think he's kind of like Raphael, but I think Raph ends up being a little bit more punch heavy, whereas with the Dew, you want to put him in armor. Alright, Felix now.
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly
Maybe.
competition
So this is
with him
Felix.
sometime.
He's got a, actually, if you can see that little thing, like that banner above his crest, I think that means he has a major crest, which means that it's particularly strong in his bloodline and grants extra benefits than someone who only has a minor crest, like the majority of people we've seen. As you can see from his stats, he excels at 2 things, strength and speed. He's just supposed to go in there and beat the shit out of everyone, and he's bad at, or middling at pretty much everything else. His ability is Lone Wolf. He deals 5 extra damage when he doesn't have a battalion, or if his battalion gets knocked out. He's absolutely a loner. And he does swords, bows, and brawling, and he's bad in reason and authority. Yeah, you're pretty much just supposed to turn him into like a sword master type thing and just let him run solo style all over everybody's ass. I'll go down to Ash.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
So this is Ash. He is a commoner. Well, was a commoner. He's adopted into a noble house, but because he was a commoner, he's the commoner class, and he has no noble crest. His stats are actually pretty well balanced, I'd say. With his defense is a little bit lower, his speed's actually a pretty high, and his charm could be a bit better. His fighting ability is lockpick. He's basically a full-time 100% thief, no matter what class you have him in, and I think that's pretty awesome. His strengths are axes and bows. Yeah, this kid right here is really good with axes, and he's bad at reason magic. I think I would kind of want to bring him up as like a warrior. Warriors tend to like axes and bows. That's their unique combination, so I think I'm going to try to do that with him. Down to Sylvain.
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it
True
often,
enough. So this is Sylvain. He's got himself a crest, and his stats are pretty good in strength, speed, and his charm's pretty okay. Everything else is either middle or, in the case of his resistance, really fucking bad. His ability is Philanderer, so if he's next to a female unit, he does 2 extra and takes 2 less damage. So he's just the male version of Leone. He's good with lances, axes, and horses, and bad with bows. He's pretty much he's a cavalry unit. You want to put him in as a mounted cavalry unit and just let him go to town. He's done pretty well for me so far in that regard. Let's talk about Mercedes.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone.
So this is Mercedes. As you can see, she's got herself a crest. She used to actually be from the Empire, and she's from an imperial house, but she kind of got exiled, or I think her family did, and she's in the kingdom now because of it, which I think is super cool. From her stats, she actually doesn't have bad strength, but it's not like the best thing ever. But you can see her magic is nice. She's kind of supposed to be like a battle healer. Oh, excuse me. And I only say that because she's got a hidden talent for bows. So you want her to use both of the magic types, which are her strengths, by the way, reason and faith. And you can also bring her up in the bows. And she's bad at, obviously, swords, lances, axes, and heavy armor. And her ability, though, is Live to Serve. Whenever she heals a unit, she recovers the same amount of HP. So if she heals someone for 9 HP, she will also heal herself for 9 HP. Makes her a fantastic healer. We got Annette, which is her best friend.
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
So, Holy Kingdom, Fargus, yada yada, she's got herself a crest. As you can see from her stats, she's pretty much just magic. Magic. Her ability is Perseverance. So she has a rally ability where she can just give someone +4 strength, which I think is super cool. You can put that on one of your heavy attackers and just let them go to town. Her strengths, actually, believe it or not, she's good at axes, reason magic, and authority, bad with bows and heavy armor. So you could actually go a melee route with her. And then finally, Ingrid.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also
Yeah, those four grew up
friend
together.
of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly.
Yeah, she's
than
pretty
most
standard
knights you
fare
will
for
ever meet.
personality, though she does have some quirks. She's got herself a crest, too. As you can see, her stats are pretty extremely balanced. Her only lower stuff is defense. Is really the only thing I would say is actually, like, and it has a 5. Like, that's pretty good. Her defining ability is Lady Knight. She gets +3 mount, or a amount of damage, and +5 hit with gambits, which you use when you have battalions. So she's really good at leading people, which is probably why her charm's decent at an 8. Her strengths are sword, lances, and both types of riding, and she doesn't have any weaknesses, so really, I would turn her into either a cavalier or, preferably, a Pegasus Knight, so she could be a flyer. And that's everyone. we beat the mission,
I
so
appreciate
we get our rewards, which is a sword, vulnerary, and some cash money. Give me my stuff. And yeah, I'm just gonna fast travel back to her. I could continue exploring, but we've seen everything there is to see. I'm having a blast,
How are you
Rhea.
enjoying your time at the academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming
Yep,
with
it's
the
fantastic.
vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task.
Yeah, you have no choice,
It
Sedith.
is as the Archbishop desires.
The Blue Lions,
The Black
and
Eagles,
the Golden
the Blue
Deer.
Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope
I have.
we
That's why
can
we're doing
get
multiple
to know
playthroughs.
each of them.
Since you are new here,
Thanks.
we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will
Yep, that's
take
how it
charge
works.
of the remaining 2 houses.
So which house will I choose? Which house indeed? We got the Adrestian Empire with the Black Eagle House. We've got the Holy Kingdom of Fargus with the Blue Lion House, and we've got ourselves the Leicester Alliance with the Golden Deer House. Well, hey, this is actually the end of intro 1, or of the intro for Fire Emblem 3 Houses, so we're not picking any houses right now. You'll have to go to the next episode if you want to see that. And on that note, hey everybody, this has been Organizing Secrets. Thank you once again for watching with me the final part of the 2-parter Fire Emblem 3 Houses intro. Next time, we'll be in our actual houses. We'll be doing the Black Eagle, the Blue Lion, and the Golden Deer. So be excited for that. It's going to be a blast. I'm really excited for it. So please join me for whatever your preferred house is, or whatever. I'm not here to judge. So, on that note, hey, stay safe everybody. Stay safe.